There I was growing up in Columbus, Mississippi. I was a tomboy. I was the oldest girl of six, and I went to West Lowndes Elementary School. My parents, they was factory workers, and I felt myself in a situation of being bullied. I was bullied, so I became a bully. I remember going in, I was so angry that morning. I ended up fighting this girl. I was beating her with my fists. I drug her out of her desk, and I was so ashamed when I got home. Of course, the principal called my parents. I got in trouble. And from then, that's one of the stories that I tell because, I used to play in mud and bully people, but now I play in makeup. Look at me now. I mean, I just got my honorary doctor's degree. I have a Lifetime Achievement Award, presidential, and I'm just so excited to be helping other people to grow, to prosper. And I'm just blessed. I have a husband. We've been married 35 years, three children, and of course, I have an amazing two grandbabies that I absolutely love. There I was laying in the bed. I heard a huge scream, and my daughter running up the stairs. Mom, mom, Marcus cut his head. Marcus cut his head. I'm like, what? I'm thinking my son cut his hand. I run downstairs and open the garage door just in time to see him fall over. He actually cut his head with a wood saw. And I'm like screaming. It's like blood is everywhere. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I tried to call my phone and I tried to use my phone. My phone would not dial. I tried to call 911 and it couldn't because it was connected to Bluetooth. And I told my daughter, go to the neighbors, run, 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 tell them to call 911. So the neighbors come over running, running. I'm trying to stop my son's head from bleeding. I have towels and packed up. And was, he just finished high school. I'm like, okay, what's going on? But come to find out, he had schizophrenia and he lost reality. And his belief was he did not have a brain. So by him cutting his head, that was like, oh my gosh, I don't have a brain anyway. Let me do this. And I don't believe he knew what he was doing. But I was devastated. Can you hear me? Devastated. And I had to call my husband. He was out of town. I couldn't reach him. I could not reach him. And I said, take a breath. I left a message. I think I may have called him 100 times. There come the ambulance. There come the policeman. I'm doing all I can. We go to the emergency room. He's in the ambulance. I'm in the car. The person is driving. I'm thinking they're driving 2 miles per hour. They're not going fast enough. And then we get there. They sit us in this little room, me and my neighbors. Remember, my husband was out of town. And they sit us in this room and told me my son was gone. I couldn't breathe. I stood there. I had to gasp and catch my breath before I go back and see him. So that's one of the journeys that I had that set me back. And what I found was that I was stronger. I had to be strong in that moment to help my kid, help my husband, help my family. And I was able to do that. But it was hard, but I got it done. There I was at the doctor's office with my mom. The doctor comes in and say, your daughter's pregnant. I'm 15 years old. My mom, she is livid. She is upset. And she couldn't believe it. She thought I was a virgin. And we're going there to find out what is going on with me. And I'm pregnant at 15. And guess what? It was my first time. First time baby. Yes, that was me. And what I learned about being pregnant at a young age was emotional management. I had to grow up quickly. I had to become an adult, by the time I was 16. I had to quit high school and become a full-time mom. And I learned that. That means that's one thing that it showed me was I can do anything that I put my mind to. Now, my mom and dad, they was factory workers. We didn't have a lot of money. So we had to make ways to pay for it, because me being pregnant at 15, my dad, he didn't have the money to pay for that. But we made a way of it. And I did learn from that I am enough. I put I did put value onto my life. I never compare myself to anyone else. That was one of the lessons that I learned, that I am enough. And my journey has, at 16 is just beginning. So I did graduate with a GED, but now I got a PhD. Get excited. If I could go back and talk to my 21-year-old self, I would tell Miss Little T to not get married too early. By the age of 21, I was married twice. My first marriage, I was a teenage mom. I was homeless, living on the street. And, this guy, he was older than me, and I ended up in a relationship with him. And we got married, and come to find out, he was abusive. And he would hit me and talk. He was verbal abusive as well. So when he pulled a gun out on me, I know it was time for me to get out of that relationship. So I got out of that relationship. I started doing things for me. And lo and behold, my baby daddy, yes, my husband, my current husband of 35 years, it's a lesson learned. I met him and he's the love of my life. And the journey I would tell little T is to take your time, focus on yourself. Don't get married too young. Remember, you are enough. Take time, grow up, have fun. And also, I will tell her that you're worthy to be number one in your life. Remember that. You can do this. You're powerful. And you're going to break so many barriers. Yes. Well, there is a problem in the business world today, and it's their visual branding, their visual, how do they want to be seen? And I help people to bring their brand to life. Let me tell you about Gloria. She is number one in her industry. I mean, number one, bad to the bone, super bad all day long. She has a branding team, she has a marketing team, but she was missing that one something. And that was to get out there visually during the pandemic. And I was able to make flyers for her that move, the motion flyers that paint a picture and come to life. And she could put her voices to it, and I was able to do promotions banners and actually help her marketing team to figure out what she wants. Now, remember, I am the one who hears what people are not saying, what they're not saying, and I see what they don't see. So I help them to paint a picture. Like they could give me a piece of paper and write it down like Gloria did. I want this. And I turn it into a masterpiece. And I have an online platform that I just produced. It's expanding, it's exploding, and it's some done for you tools for business owners. And if you're personal and want to increase your brand, I could do that too. We do a lot. I'm working on a nonprofit organization for my son that's exploding, helping people to get scholarships who have mental illness. And I am working on so much. Speaking engagements come up and different things like that, but I am just thrilled to be a part of this amazing journey. Let me tell you about Miss Lakeisha. Miss Lakeisha started from day one. She was day one. She didn't know where to start. I said, okay, give me your top 3 things that you want to do. I took her from top 1. She gave me her vision of expanding, of growing her team. And I was able to do that. Number 2, she wanted to make herself look bigger, better, Like she wanted to be number one before she actually got to that particular point. And we was able to do that. Number three, we was able to design a website. We was able to design a banner, a leadership board that paints the picture for the people to step into that position. I am so excited about that, that she was able to not only go from 8, but up to 22 people in less than a year based off my branding. So that's what I do. I'm excited about growing the business, and I would love for you to go on this journey with me. We are exploding, and I'm ready for you. Why do people hire my company? Well, let me tell you, remember I mentioned Gloria earlier? She was amazing. She wanted someone in her circle that she can trust. She had a vision. She wanted to bring it to path. She could have written a check to anyone. She makes 6 figures a month. Why did she choose me? Because people don't hire my company just because of what they want. They hired my company because of me. I'm personally involved. I meet with my clients. I work out a strategy. I get what they need. I put it down on paper. Yes, I still use pen and paper to write their vision down. A lot of people are technical. I'm that too, but I write it down. And she was able to trust me. Trust is important. If I'm going to tell you something to do, if somebody's going to tell me something to do, I'm going to get it done. And trust me, it will get done. And we was able to build her brand. And that year, she made over $2 million. Oh my gosh, $2 million. Can you get excited about $2 million? I can. Yes, yes, yes. So, but to hire me is not about the money. I do pro bono work. I help small companies get their business, and sometimes I do it for free. But it's okay. We can work together. So it's not about me. It's about you and your company and how you want to expand, how you want to be seen. Again, I tell you that I hear what you are trying to say visually. And again, if you do not know me, let me introduce myself again. I am that terrific, talented, truly blessed, and full of success. Will not settle for anything less than God's best. Because with God on my side, all dreams will come alive. Will not be trapped within myself. I am in control of my destiny, and life begins because I want it to. I am proud to lead and proud to follow, always willing to learn to earn, never to remain the same. With God first, family second, and career third. You looking at that get excited strategist, haven't you heard? Mentoring God sent superstars who really know who they are, saying if leadership is to be, always is up to me. I am living life like it's golden. My name is Dr. Teresa T. Bolden. Get excited, and I am over and out. Oh my goodness. Can I tell you what I enjoyed most about the experience? The making of an entrepreneur DocuSeries is like amazing. I mean, from number one, they met me outside in the rain with an umbrella. I mean, like VIP service all the way, platinum service. Can you get excited about that? Oh my goodness. I come in the door, they snapping pictures, and I'm in here. They got refreshments and water. And I love the way that they allowed me to paint a picture on film. But let me backtrack a little bit. Can you see this makeup? They had a makeup artist for me. Yes, they wanted me to look great, feel great on camera. And I had an assistant, Miss Cat. Get excited, Miss Kate. Get excited, get excited, get excited. She is super awesome. She wanted to make sure that I'm straight, that I'm good. And this experience was so amazing. They put their heart and soul into this docu-series. And I am grateful. I am so grateful because it actually created a platform for me to share my story for those who do not know me. And it's okay to come out of silence. A lot of people have secrets. Like a lot of people have secrets. Secrets will bring you down. Secrets will actually kill you. I'm just gonna put it like that. You gotta speak it out. You gotta tell your story. You want to hear it here with the making of the entrepreneur. Now Shay Brown, He is a character. I'm going to tell you, he is upbeat, fun, exciting, all that, all in one, like for real. I mean, he gave me step by step. He gave me coaching. I mean, like, you could go do filming, but who's going to coach you on how you should look, how you should stand, what you should say, things like that. So it's not just a docu-series. The making of an entrepreneur is amazing. It's a family environment and it's a professional business environment. And I love this experience. And I would tell you, if you want to take yourself to another level, you better join this. Get excited. You better join this platform because it is amazing. Can you hear me? It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. Get excited. I'm Teresa T. Bolden. Remember that name.